Good afternoon, everyone. Student meteorologist Matt Case here on this Friday afternoon, looking at live at your CDPHP first warning cam over Lake George this afternoon. Quick passing shower just worked its way from west to east over the southern tier of Lake George. Some of those clearing skies starting to work their way into our area here. We do have a couple of showers and storms to track here this afternoon. But first, look at your weather headlines here this afternoon. There we go. Last day of high heat and humidity here. Going to feel a little bit better come your day on Saturday. But again, some of those showers and storms to track here this afternoon. And Saturday is going to be a great day out there for any outdoor activities you have planned here. Looking live out right now at our current temperatures, feeling toasty this afternoon. 89 here in Albany, 87 in Voorheesville, working way up the River Valley, up to Whitehall, 86, and even down south towards Catskill, 89, feeling warm out there. Was also making it feel a little bit worse. Some of those dew points here this afternoon, sitting in the lower 70s to upper 60s this afternoon, feeling warm out there. Making those heat indices, well, feel like 94 here at Albany, 97 in Scotticoke. Similar across the board here, 95 in Freehold. Piseco feeling like 82 up toward north and west, feeling just a little bit better out there this afternoon. Looking at our first warning live Doppler radar here. Couple storms lining up the map here. We'll take a look at a couple of these. Here we are working our way to our south here. Just around Caro, we have a storm popping right on up here this afternoon. A couple downpours with that. And we had one work our way just through Valatia, Kinderhook, and down to Austerlitz here. Again, that's one's dying on out right now, but a couple moderate downpours with that. Up to our north to that Lake George storm we saw rolling on through. This one's a little more rigorous here. Well, worked its way from Warrensburg across the southern tier of Lake George up to Queensbury here in Kingsbury. A couple of moderate downpours with this one. Possibly some gusty winds with that as well here. Looking at a broader view, here's your satellite radar, and here's our storm starting to work their way in this afternoon, building with some of that heat and humidity. And as we look even further on out, our cold front is just west of Buffalo, which is going to help force some of these storms. But just ahead of that, here's that heat and humidity building in from the south up towards New York State here, making it feel oppressive out here this afternoon. But just to the west side of our cold front for our day on Saturday, here's that high and dry air with that high pressure system we're going to work its way on in. Going to feel great out there come your day tomorrow. Here's a muggy meter for the afternoon. Very humid to near oppressive this afternoon, but that drops off quite sharply overnight as that cold front passes on through, and will feel great to start the work week here and for our weekend as well. Your hour-by-hour heat index this afternoon across the River Valley, feeling like the upper 80s to low 90s. Going to feel toasty out there. And here comes our front tonight. We can see those temps really start to drop on off to upper 60s to low 70s come 10:30 tonight. And here's your day tomorrow. Here's the reward after what we went through this late this week here. 83, going to feel great out there with plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Hour-by-hour forecast here. The models are picking up on some of these storms just to the west of Albany here. Here's 4:30 today. They're going to work their way from west to east here. As we see, they're very sporadic, isolated storms. Nothing too rigorous or strong here. But again, a couple areas can see some of these storms here this afternoon. Nothing too widespread here. Similar story through the 5 o'clock hour again. Moderate to isolated storms here this afternoon. Again, mainly south of the I-90 region here. Here's 7 o'clock. They're starting to work their way on out. And overnight, as that cold front passes on through, we'll see some clear skies work their way in for the morning hours tomorrow and throughout the entire day tomorrow here. Didn't see much cloud cover. Going to feel incredible out there tomorrow here. Next chance of rain arrives on Sunday here. A couple rounds of rain going to work their way on in. Again, we need to time some of this out as this is all subject to change, but these storms could be a little more rigorous come later on the day on Sunday here. Severe weather impacts from some of these storms today. Winds and rain are the biggest threats we have today. Again, if you're out and about and see some of these storms rolling on through, get out really quick of the water or wherever you are, get to some shelter, wait 15, 20 minutes for those storms to pass on through, and you can head right on out after. Again, these are very isolated storms this afternoon. Maybe you're looking to head out to the pool this afternoon, feeling warm out there. Well, let's jump on in. 92, going to feel much better in the water once you get under. The heat and humidity will go away when you jump on in. But again, some of those scattered showers and storms this afternoon, so you got to be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout at our radar here this afternoon. Tonight, 63 showers and storms come to an end as that cold front passes and the humidity will fall. For our day tomorrow, 85 with plenty of sun, warm and much less humid. Maybe tomorrow night you want to head out and watch the Knicks in their championship game. Well, it's a great night to go. Go New York, go. 75, clear and calm. Great activities to do across the capital region. So if you want to get on out tomorrow night, it's a perfect time to do that. And here's your 7-day planner here. 85 tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. Sunday, a couple scattered storms are possible in the forecast later in the day, but we'll time those out for you later on. And to start the work week in the upper 70s to low 80s with low humidity and sunshine, going to feel great out there.